if you want to have a, okay. So I'm just very excited about, this opportunity, knowing this amazing business. Okay. So by the way, I'm just introduce myself. I'm the founder of Global Chinese Health. And I was teaching at the University in Shanghai, China, and called Fudan University. And that's the only university that President Reagan visited in China. Okay. And then I was a graduate from bachelor's and then go to the master's, and also teaching there for 2 years about comparative political science and a comparative government. Because also all the countries different government, right? So how they manage their affairs, how they run their government, varies different. So I'm just very curious, and I, try to learn a lot of people and organizations and governments around the world. So initially I want to be a diplomat, but and afterwards I got a Fulbright Scholar. Do you know Fulbright Scholar? Yeah, that came to Cornell University, and where I learned public affairs in the government department. And over there, I learned a lot of like program evaluations, because US is different from China. China is the one person says something, right? So totally different. I was so fascinated about that. And I learned how to get data, because in social science, there's no laboratory, right? So we have to collect the data and analyze data and then report and to see what trends, using the statistical model. So that's how I learned. And after that, I graduated from Cornell and become a senior. Actually, I'm using my business card. This is a business card is a survey research facility. I am my first job is a data processing manager. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So after that, I did when the economy is not good, our section on the Cornell, there's 2 sections. One is public, one is private. So when the economy is not good, our funding had an issue. So our facility closed the door. So this is my first time in my history lost job in the US.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. And then, but after that, I was smart enough to getting all those professors who use this service and become my customers, clients. So that's not too bad, right? And
not bad.
Yeah, and then amazingly, at that time, do you have kids?
Yes, I do.
Okay, how many?
3.
3?
Yes.
How old are they?
5, 7, and 8 months.
Whoa, 5, 7, and 8 months. So what's your wife doing?
She's in public health.
Public health? Wow. Is it like what? Is a researcher or is a?
She does research.
For government?
She was also working with the CDC before, but
right now?
Right now, she's at home.
She's at home.
Since
okay.
We had our baby.
So here we go. We can be a very good team. Okay. So I get into I was after Cornell. I did a lot of studies. One study. By the way, do you have any religion background?
Yes.
Christian, right?
Yes.
Okay. So after I lost my job, the first clientele Cornell University. Okay. And then I did also amazingly, my son designed a web page for me together. It's got the first contract is PJM, is the largest wholesale electricity company, East Coast. It's amazing. I did a 9 years contract and I helped them to do this customer satisfaction studies. Yeah. And I didn't even invite them for one lunch or dinner, nothing. So it's a very amazing, and they keep asking me to do more. I say, well, can we do it like a monthly? I said, no. It's only half a year, once half a year. Okay. So that's the region they cover, it's amazing. Very amazing for this company. Okay. And also another project that I did is, I won the Department of Defense for evaluate the U.S. Army organizational assessment. Yeah, it's open bidding and compete with big company. And I'm only using my strong accent, nobody else to help me do the right proposal, okay? And also the other project I'm very proud of is doing this research for medical school. Under medical school, there's a spirituality component. I don't know whether there's a George Washington University. It's called a GW Institute for Spirituality and Health. Do you know? You know that? Did you see?
No.
But
I saw that.
Yeah. So that was 10 years ago. I know this professor, and it's called Dr. Pahosky. She is the one that set up the spirituality component under the medical school. Okay. And you look at it, what she said. I understand. Okay, this is spirituality is a part of all human beings that searches for meaning, purpose, and connection to others. Okay, and Dr. Pahosky, you see the title? Do you know the medical?
MD, medical
and
doctor.
FACTP?
No.
Okay, because it's important for me to explain to you. This is the one that I will go to. Let's go Google. Okay. And you're the Christian, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, are you very loyal Christian or?
Yes, I am.
You are very active in church?
Yes, I go to church.
Wonderful. See, the physician is ACP.
Oh, fellow, American fellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's, the status, right? And then the other thing is about this one even amazing. Okay. Did you see?
Fellow of the American Academy of Hospice and Palliative.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then this doctor, that his name is Dr. Pahosky. And you can find Amazon that she wrote several books. Okay. And I just search for pet, Okay. So this is the one I think your wife will be interested in there. Making healthcare whole, integrated. You can see, right? Making health whole, and also a time for listening and caring. Okay, so those books I didn't get a chance to read it yet, but I am very fortunate that be able to work with her. Okay, and I helped her for 3 years project to conduct a study among oncologists nationwide. Okay. And look at what she said. In an age where technology and economics are driving healthcare systems and worldwide, the people in the systems are becoming increasingly lost, overwhelmingly by physical, emotional, and spiritual distress. Patients often find themselves frightened and alone with nowhere to return. So Jewish were asking the question, how can we spiritually search for meaning and purpose as defined by each patient be integrated into patient care, address existential suffering, a suffering that may be even more pain than disease. We believe that spirituality can foster a deep, caring connections between healthcare professionals and patients, and ultimately create a healthcare system that promoting health, healing, and well-being, not just for patients and families, but for providers too. We also believe that spirituality care is a human right. By conducting search for spirituality in healthcare, developing programs for practitioners, and working with global religious, spiritual, and health organizations, we are currently truly caring system of health that inspire healing and peace for the patients they serve. Okay, so our mission is that we're working to integrate spirituality into healthcare. See, okay, and for patients and the families through research, medical schools, and clinical initiatives, professional development programs, and global healthcare policy. Our vision is to vision an innovative model of global healthcare that recognizes spirituality as a fundamental part of treating the whole person, body, mind, and spirit. As such, provider-patients relationships are more connected. Patients develop an inner strength that promotes healing and acceptance and provides discover a deep sense of purpose in their choosing profession. Yeah, you like that, right? Okay, so that's just my background, and then I do the Global Chinese Health, and which is in the in Chinese version right now. But at some point in time, if we work together, and then this is my the page, and this is my this is my past, and this is talking about how those my experience and why I set up, because my mom passed away and young my age, 64 years old, and I'm almost 70s. So you're probably like a 40 something, right? Or 30?
40.
Huh?
I just got 40.
Really? Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm 3/4 of your time, your life, right? But do I look like almost 70s?
You look younger. You look like you're in your 50
something,
50,
right?
mid 50. Yes.
I know. But I don't do any makeup yet. So I'm take makeup, I will look like 30. Thank you. You look young too, energetic. That's great. So what
Thank you.
Because my mom passed away, I do nothing about it. I don't even know what's really, how her high blood pressure, how it's, and also one of my friends passed away on his 50th birthday. So I'm thinking about, because I do evaluate programs, this and that, but I couldn't even help my mom, and I couldn't even help my friend, and my dad passed away on the diabetes, organ failures. I have nothing to do with it. So I said, why I spent so many decades and I learned something which couldn't even help myself and I couldn't help my family. So I start to looking for something that I can use it. I can, for example, nowadays people buy some nutrition products and there's so many things on the market. How do you choose, right? So I can evaluate US Army. I can evaluate the oncologists nationwide. this is more complicated than I can evaluate the products on the market, in the market, right?
Mhm.
That's very piece of cake, right? And for me, and I thought also important because when I'm going to the market, if I don't do any research or thing, I will be the loser. I mean, will be the victim too. I think it would be very important for guide people to choose a good product and for their own health. Okay, but I search, and I did a lot of nutrigenomics, and I did all the things from PubMed.gov. Okay, and all the things, it's all has nothing to do with the spirit, mind and spirit, right? Yeah. So you take medications, just have pain and painkiller, depression and just right, and antidepressant, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so nothing is connected with body and the mind. So right now, this okay. So here is the person. Okay, here is a person. Is two visionary founders. Okay, and they are Marcus, and he is a founder. I don't know whether you know Time Weaver is a company that provide a technology between and in coherence. Okay, actually, I can give you the information about Google, and you go to Time Weaver, because this is the only company do the Time Weaver. Okay. Okay. See, body, you can just by definition, okay, a medical product for the treatment of chronic pain. What is a fibromyalgia? Help me.
Fibromyalgia.
Yeah. And skeletal pain and migraine, and as well as for the supportive treatment of mental. This is a very important thing. This is the only company on earth that connect with body, mind, and spirit. And they use the technology amazingly, So Time Weaver and the body, Time Weaver develops systems that means to develop analysis deeper interrelationship in the information field, okay? And the Time Weaver systems produced and developed in Germany are now used by more than 2,000 practitioners worldwide, okay? So they already have been in almost 15 years, and use that technology. They create a company called Healy, okay? And then he is a genius. When he was little, and he can play chess and win the game without looking at the map, okay? At 30 years old, and he used to be, studies in physics and philosophy, okay? Graduate school is understand a lot. To me, like one person is to study physics, that's enough, right? And they combine physics and philosophy. Think about it. But at around the age of 30, he experienced a very difficult challenge in life. So he left Berlin, Germany, and went to India, and where he became a monk, and where he studied Eastern medicine and philosophy, whatever, and with the Western. So he combined those two sides of the psychology, physics, and philosophy, and etc. And he wrote 25 books, okay, and translated into 10 languages. We are here. Actually, I am just never pay attention to those things. So you can just briefly talking about, let's say, if it's Amazon, right? Amazon, and I can just go. You can search for this person's name, and you can see, the orange and feng shui, organize your home office, macroschemia, the orange of feng shui, you know that in Chinese, and this is something else, and Diana's planet virtual seems macroschemia. Okay, so this is about, wow, that's a lot. Okay, anyway, so some maybe not in Germany, so it's not everything is on Amazon. Okay, and he want to make his technology, which is the information field, the technology access to all humans in body, mind, and spirit. Okay, and he works with international scientists and physicians and therapists. And this is the co-founder background in the engineering. Okay, and also entrepreneur, founder of the super fund, hedge fund, and investor in sustainable technology and vegan, vegetarian, nutritional concepts. Okay, and their vision is to look. I think you want to tell me, what do you feel?
It's sounding good, but
how, right?
I'm following you.
Huh?
I'm following you. It's
okay.
sounding good.
Sounding good, yeah, I love this. Okay, so this one, and then they have holistic. They are holistic. They're not medication, not a Western medication. Okay, and those are the holistic doctors and nutritionists. Okay, and now this is facts about 20 million times uses in the world. It's not something new, even though you probably never heard of this, but it's already been so popular. Okay, not popular in a sense, because the world is so big, and then 25 health professionals using those fundamentally Healy technology. Okay, and it is already expanded to 45 countries. Okay, and those are the active countries already 45. Okay, and then this is meeting the highest standards. It's produced in Germany. Germany, the highest artificial intelligence technology over there. Okay, that quality is not, you cannot say anything about it, right? So, and also, they have patents that, and this is in Berlin, and their headquarters, their offices, okay? And this is Healy is medical applications. Can you imagine you can operate medical devices? So Healy is a microcurrent medical device that has been cleared by the US Food and Drug Administration only for local relief of acute, chronic, and arthritis pain and muscle soreness due to overexertion. Healy also has non-medical applications that use individualized microcurrent frequencies to harmonize your bioenergetic field. Okay, so it's amazing. This is a US FDA claimed as a class 2 medical device for local pain relief. But initially with the pain relief, but as people using it, and they feel like it's a lot more. Okay, getting into it. Okay, so later on I will show you about that. And to manage your pain, and that's very easy to understand. And also this part, I think you probably ahead of me in terms of the science. Okay, so this is talking about your body. What are your body composed? Several layers. Okay, the first you can see the tissues and organs, right? So tissues and organs, have you thought about what tissues and organs are made of? It's easy, okay, for your, doing this in the field. Cells, and what cells made of? Cells made of a molecule. So what is molecules made of? That are made of atoms. So what are atoms made of is something called subatomic particles. Okay, so I even have So what makes a what make these particles is energy, frequency, and vibration. Okay, that is exactly meaning the information field. Okay, that's connect with body, mind, and spirit, actually. Okay. So everything is frequency. I didn't know that until I get into this field. Okay, so it's called, say, if you want to find the secret of the universe, okay, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. This is the well-known, actually the best, the most amazing scientist on earth. You know that, right? Nikola Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
So you think about Nikola Tesla for the car. One of my friends just getting into it 10 years ago, $5,000 to the Tesla stock, and now become a millionaire.
Yep.
Think about it. It's only car. It's only about energy. So you look at it after you listen to this, finish this one. You will tell me, 5,000 you get into what you will get it. Okay. I can tell you, my friend getting into probably less than $500. Okay. And then now, less than 2 years, already become a millionaire. Okay. So I will let you know how this can be. Okay. This is called talking about effect of microcurrent. Okay. What is microcurrent? Okay. This is of course, studied using the animal studies, but all the bio energy testing is all started from the animals, right? Because we are all biologic, animals in a sense. It's cost less, okay, but it's more relevant to human being as well. You cannot use a human being to do a lot of testing like that, but later on we'll have the application to the human being. Okay, it can increase amino acids transportation up to 40%. Okay, it can increase the protein synthesis up to 70%, and it can increase ATP production up to 500%. Okay, so ATP stores energy in the cells, similar to the gasoline in a car's gas tank. ATP is produced in the cell by the mitochondria. Okay, the mitochondria are the ATP producing power plants in each cell of the body. It's huge, right? Yeah. And we'll see. Now, what does this mean? Okay, this is in the middle is a device, and small device, which you can see from my hand, is size. Okay, and this is the one that see frequencies for the field, and it's the flow of life energy connecting body, mind, and soul, traditionally known as qi. I don't know whether you heard or not in Chinese. Okay, and prana in India. Okay, and then this you can do remote. If I take your picture, I can tell you your body, mind, and spiritual frequencies. Okay, it's
interesting.
Yeah, never heard of that, right? I couldn't even believe that a year ago. Okay, and then I tested a lot of people, and it's amazing. Okay, and now there's also another thing is that in scientific terms is information flow on the quantum level. I don't know whether you know quantum entanglement, and you might search for Google. So I don't actually, do you know anything about that? If you don't know, I can search for Google, and you can understand that. Quantum therapy. Okay, that's called a quantum in therapy. Okay, this is a quantum healing. Quantum healing is a pseudoscientific mixture of ideas which purposely draw from whatever mechanic, physicology, and a philosophy, and a new neurophysiology, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you can search for that later on. Okay, but so otherwise I'll have to one lecture for, I can talk on hour and hours. Okay, so let's continue with that. And this is the one is what is they doing? The individualized microcurrent, and the frequencies in the information field you need right now. They can analyze what things you need. For example, my machine have the digital nutrition, can tell whether you need a vitamin D of vitamin C or some other fish oil, okay, or the something else. So I will tell you later on. Okay, and then on this side, and it's also deliver the individualized current frequencies to harmonize your bioenergetic field. Remember, energetic field is combination of the flow of your body, mind, and spirit. Okay, and then the customer experiences is that 70% of the Healy users survey the field benefits after only use 6 times for the products, and 94% would recommend. Okay, and there's another thing that I want to suggest, even though you're Chinese, but you can see from here. So this are the 2 scientists. Okay, so you can search for their name. You can take a screenshot, and they are talking about inside of our cells. There's a certain energy levels. Okay, and this electric bioenergetic energy level, and there's a certain is a negative 90, and this is a as between negative 90 and 60 is the healthy cells. Okay, and it's between negative 60 and about here is inflammation. Okay, and then if you still not harmonize, adjust the frequency of the bioenergetic field, and you will go to this portion. And this portion you can see that started red is the cancer cells develop. Towards this one, and you will be dead. Okay, so it's just like that. Okay, so this one is automatically, you can, every day I use that. I can examine my own body's the qi. Okay, and if there's some qi is lower, and I can just press the button, it will tell me, it will jump into the program. You can hit it and you can heal process, start the healing process. It's amazing. Okay. And now this is about, okay, I'm doing this one. And this is continually about, okay. In the field, there's it's called frequencies. What are frequencies? Frequencies are the languages of the universe and how your body, mind, and soul communicate. Okay, for all human science, I mean, it's humanities, social science, I would never know about it. What is frequency, right? But now I know. And Healy is a personal wearable device that analyzes over 9 million frequencies and selects the ones you need to harmonize your bioenergetic field. Okay, so in the field on the right, you can see physical, mental, emotional. I will display later quickly. Okay, and then what is Healy? Healy is category creator. Okay, category creator. Nobody else produced that. You have a car, you have a Tesla car, this manufacturer doing this, the other no, this is only one on Earth. Okay, and the unicorn product. You understand unicorn, right? Can you explain what does unicorn mean?
Literally.
Only one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
100.
Yeah, one. So on trend with the holistic health. So nowadays, when coronavirus and people more towards, like pay attention to mind and spirit, right? We need to do the meditations. We need to do more prayers, right? So people more and more people understand 96% of the diseases are not coming from physical. It's from mental and spirit. Okay, so if you're not compare with somebody, this person making more money than I do, I'm just angry. So those are accumulation, and it become the sickness in the mind and the spirit, and then will produce the physical diseases. That's the consequences. Okay, so a lot of things I learned. Okay, 90%, 95% of things are not, we cannot see it, but those are the very important thing. And those are small things, too small, you cannot even see it. Like your mind, your thoughts, but those are fundamental determination, determining facts, okay? And this is also disrupting several markets. For example, like nutrition products. Once you have this one, we have digital nutrition. So all the nutrients at some point, you don't need to take that, at least not as much. Okay. Okay. And also for the nutrition, so you think about this is a digital, later on I was talking about that. Digital nutrition there's hundreds, okay? And you don't know what you need. And doctor said you might need to have vitamin C. Do you know how much you need? And do you know whether you need a vitamin A or vitamin C? And also on the, like instant needs. It's not like, okay, last year how do you feel? Yesterday, how do you feel? Even today, this morning you feel. No, this is 1/100th of a second. Okay, you're really amazing. So now this is popular Healy editions. This is gold edition, and it's Healy resonance, and it's professional. Okay, so this one is talking about it's a one module, and it's very basic healing modules. Okay, I will tell you a little bit later. Okay, and then this is the Healy resonance. They can use remotely. So last time I used this one to help with the people. I'm in Washington D.C. and then my friends in Beijing, China, and they have the pain. They have depression. And I just clicked my button here and test it. Yes, they do have depression and they do have the pain. And I just press the button and start the healing process. 30 minutes later, and the person told me the pain, not gone, but much reduced a lot. Okay. And the depression person and start to smile. Can you believe that? Yeah. And people have sleeping issues. We can use that too. We have a watch to monitoring everything. Okay. And then the professional ones is also even more beauty. Can you know that you don't need to do the facial anymore? You can just press that and you can do your facial. No. So I haven't started facial process yet. So I'm going to start this. I will be only 30 years old. Okay, and also bioenergetic defense and protect things. Okay, not only physical, but also mental and spirit, and job and learning. At this point in time, you probably don't know any. It doesn't make sense yet. But later on, see, customize your healing. Okay, with additional programs, you can also do physical wellness. You can, exercise your muscle. Okay. And an energy body, okay, meridians. I don't know what you know. You do know chakras?
No.
Yeah. Chakras is like a gas station, like a energy. We want to add a gas to increase the energy, right? And fill the tank, right? So, and this is the chakras is the seven energy areas that will give you energy. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, and also the power of three, which I will try to explain to you later. Okay, and also mental balance, sleep issues, and job and the learning, and fitness, beauty, and in terms of job and the learning, and you're amazing. We use the turn on the machine, and you can help your kids when they are in school. They can have much more focus and get a better result. So it's amazing. We also have some record and testimonies about that, so help mental balance. Okay. And without medication, that's all vibration, all the frequencies, amazingly. Okay. And also well-being, deep cycle and digital nutrition expert programs, animal. We also have the animal programs. So last time I had using the device and testimony, a friend of animal 2 hours away from me. And I can test the pain level, and it's amazing. I asked the veterans, right? So, and I said, well, do you have a way to know the the puppy's pain level. And I said, no, never. I was so amazed. I said, wow, I'm not a veteran. So I can know the puppy's pain levels, you know. And also here is about our business, you know, whether you can get from corn bonus, because this is things where not only can help people with your health yourself, you help many other people to get a coherence among body, mind, and spirit. Okay. And at the same time, it will give you the opportunity to make, you know, by sharing, and the company will give you the incentive, you will pay you for the effort you put into it. Okay. So there's several ways to get, but I will not go get the details. Okay. So, and this is the opportunity. Now I'm going to give you some testimony. Okay. This is testimony I'm not going to get from other people. Okay. I'm getting to the ones that I interviewed personally. Okay. So first person I want to show you here is, you can understand the English language. So this, okay.
2019. Well, I'll give you backstories that I've always been in health and wellness and social selling, etc. But 2019, I had a health scare where my doctor said that you've got early onset MS, and that took me on a bit of a journey to find out quantum healing and how that space works. And serendipitously,
Okay, so that person is I will just explain to you. She diagnosed as MS, okay, and 2 years ago, and for the medications she took it, but didn't help. So she heard of this Healy, and she started using it. A year later, she back to normal. Okay. So you are the psychologist, you know the MS, right? It's pretty much no cure. Okay. So she is so excited, and she spread the word around the world right now. So she has now 30,000 business partners and customers around the world for 42 countries. Amazing. And she was so excited. She said, I'm not going to get married. I just want to spread the word, just like, to tell everybody on the earth. Okay. So, and amazingly, when I was in the hotel, and I asked the person to play the piano, and this is too short, and the other person helped, listen to her story, and he just so inspired, and he played a piano for her. But I'm just saving the time right now. So next, this is the animal lover. Okay, see what he says.
And I've gotten for myself some, but I also am treating a lot of animals. Really? I have alpacas, and I love animals, and I'm treating goats, chicken, alpacas.
Oops, I'm sorry.
And I've gotten for myself some, but I also am treating a lot of animals. Really? I have alpacas, and I love animals, and I'm treating goats, chicken, alpacas. Really? And many people. Wow. Yeah. The goat that was pregnant with triplets. Oh, really? She was supposed to die. Oh. What's your name?
Okay, so you're supposed to die. I finished that. Supposed to die 2 weeks. The doctor said that the goat, the little goat, right? And it's supposed to die in 2 weeks. But 6 weeks later, the goat didn't even die, but also deliver 3 triplets in 6 months. Yeah, so she's so excited about this. Okay, next.
What's your name and where you come from?
Okay, my name's Beth Campbell. I'm from Salt Lake City. I started using Healy over a year ago, maybe 14, more than that, year and a half.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Really?
The scanner and the resonance is the only way to go.
Okay. What benefit?
The biggest benefit is for emotional balance, anxiety, balancing the chakras, and just
Okay,
May, and I
so that's another one, huh? This one is only for 1 month. And I asked her, what's the benefit? You listen to her.
before they launch.
So what do you get a benefit?
So much.
1 minute.
1 minute. Overall, my well-being. I feel I had a lot of pain. It's FDA cleared for pain, and I had a lot of issues with my neck, and it helped me.
Wow, that's so great. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Okay. And look at this person, okay? Oops.
Hello, how are you? And where do you come from? And what's your name?
My name is Esther Lindsay.
Esther Lindsay, beautiful name. And you come from
Oregon.
It doesn't have a voice. Okay, you are muted. You need to unmute yourself for me to hear you.
Oh,
I can't hear.
Oh,
Yes, now I
okay.
can hear you.
I'm sorry. So all the things you didn't hear at all?
No, just this one.
Just this one? Oh, okay, okay,
Yes.
okay. Now let's see this one.
Hello, how are you?
Can you hear?
Where do you come from? And what's your name?
Yes.
Okay.
My name is Esther Lindsay.
Esther Lindsay, beautiful name. And you come from
Oregon.
Oregon. I went there before. Okay. So how long have you been using Healy?
I've been using Healy for 6 months.
6 months. And what is most benefits?
Mental wellness.
Mental wellness.
Mental wellness.
Okay, what you were before and after? What 6 months later? What are you? What's the difference?
Before I was having a lot of ups and downs. I've been in recovery from several years. And so there were things that I was doing in massage therapy, in body work, in psychotherapy to try and clear traumas from my past. And it wasn't making a lot of it would make differences in different pieces, but it wasn't universal. There were pieces that were still stuck that weren't getting addressed. And when I started using the Healy, those pieces started changing. So within just a couple of months of using it, I noticed that finally I was able to do the things I wanted to do. I wasn't being stopped with the intrusive thoughts. I wasn't stuck as much. And when I did get stuck, I was able to work through things. I wouldn't even be here if, and moving forward in this business, if I hadn't seen such a drastic change in my own mental state, because I was so stuck before and wanting to get out of it, but I couldn't. I kept getting stuck in the depressive cycles. And so I'd start to feel really good, and then I'd get really depressed. And then I'd start to feel good, but my good was just mediocre, and my lows were really low. And I was starting to make progress after some psychotherapy, but I was still getting stuck. But using the Healy, I stopped getting stuck. When things would come up, it would be stuck for a little bit, but then I'd find a way to get through it. So those little pieces that were stuck before were dropping off and clearing out so that I can now design the life I want to live and be joyful and abundant in my life rather than being stuck in lack.
Wow. What's your for living for life? I mean, what do you do?
Oh, I'm right now I'm creating a company.
But the company,
I'm creating a business right now.
what did you do before?
I've been a bodybuilder, I've been a massage therapist.
Massage therapist.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've done lots of different things. I've also spent a lot of time being sick at home. So this is
I
my
have a
chance
great
to
idea.
finally
I have a great idea. I will have a massage person and I help her to create something called the first
because it can put on the online, you know, like a remote. work. So this is just a,
and hypnosis, body, mind, heart.
okay. So this is the basic
Modern or
basic. Okay, I can.
I have got. So
Yeah.
that means that online. Let's work together. Let's work together on that.
Oh, I don't know if I could do.
Okay, so this is the some, you know, examples that I interviewed people. Okay, and there's the one person about like a prostate situation, and I didn't put it here, and because she has he used to be in a situation that only waiting for surgery. And then he used this one for 3 months and everything back to normal. And he just so amazed for that. And I can tell you another story is about my friend in Japan. And there's a young person, man, and he when he everything back to was normal, and when getting to college and he couldn't, you know, stand the stress, and he crashed, you know, and was diagnosed as schizophrenia. And the mother started using it on December the 10th. And in the past 10 years, and he has been to the hospital at least once a month, okay, around that, like that. And after that, and he never worked over more than a month. He never moved out of home, okay? And after 10 months and almost, yeah, after just the first day is December the 10th, right now, and he already haven't been to the hospital even once. Yeah, and then he started to work, and a round trip probably would be an hour and a half or something like that. And probably round trip, you know, pretty long, okay? And sometimes they're overtime, and he still continued with over 10 months already. And then he also moved out of home. First time, live independently. You think that's a miracle? You know?
It is.
Yeah. And then there's tons of for the people like you know, I think you have a lot of people. I do this Facebook and about searching. I'm searching for Healy experience. Okay, Healy global. You deal with a lot of autism kids, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I will show you autism, and I will just search. Okay, I'm not creating these things. I'm here is for the search. I go here and I just search autism. Okay. Hopefully you can see some familiar face. Okay. And this is the which one? Let's see. Healy, thank you for watching. And you can see my screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
And I think that I will go to this place that, okay, go back. And there's a one person. Okay, look at this one.
It's up to you, and then you can go to sleep earlier.
What else have you noticed?
I can go to sleep earlier.
Do you feel like it's easier to relate to people?
I haven't spoken to anybody in 15 years.
You're only 12.
I am 12.
But find it easier to like to feel a bit more stronger, not so fragile and sensitive or more robust?
Yes.
Yeah.
With the robust, I am strong man from Soviet Union, and I do not feel the pain of trauma and something.
I forgot.
Alright, and when do you put it on?
And whenever mum tells me to.
And it's just while you're watching TV, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, and it helps you have sleep.
Yeah.
Do you like it? Does it help you?
No, because mum doesn't let me touch the wires. So I don't know what to do. They're wires. I'm supposed to touch them, right? They're hooked up to me. It's like saying that you can't touch your head. You suddenly want to.
Alright. So that it's helpful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Would you recommend anyone else who had some challenges in their feelings to get one?
Yes.
So thank you for your
Get one, especially if they're cheaper.
Isn't that great? So
Mhm.
portion that's talking about the what is company and what is the testimonies, right? So this is portion of your stop